Sri Gurubhyo Namaga. Students, welcome back to Class 4 English. Hello kids and my dear children. Today we are going to learn about a new poem. It is very interesting and more enjoyable too. Children, what is this? Yes, this is the picture of cat. Cat is a domestic animal and also pet animal. Children, we all have the name. Our parents and grandparents have selected a name which suits us. Now we are called by that particular name. Similar, in this poem, the poet is trying to name 3 little kittens of old cat. And now I begin with the poem. The poet explains our old cat as kittens 3. What do you think their names should be? Yes, the poem name is Choosing Their Names. This poem is written by Thomas Wood. The poet name is Thomas Wood. What is the poem name? Choosing Their Name. And what is the poet name? Thomas Wood. This is the picture of Thomas Wood. He was born on 23 May in 1799, London, United Kingdom. He was died on 3rd May 1845, London, United Kingdom. His period from 1820 to 1840 is genre, poetry, fiction. His children Tom Wood, Francis Freeling, Brodribb. His movies The Song of the Shirt. Before learning the poem, you have to see the objectives. First point, understand the poem. Second point, learn how to recite the poem. Third point, development of vocabulary. Fourth point, understand meanings of new words learned. Fifth point, important things to be kept in mind while reading poetry. Sixth point, identifying rhyming words in the poem. These are the objectives we have to follow in the poem. So, we'll start the poem. The poem name is Choosing Their Names, written by Thomas Wood. Stanza 1. One tabby cat with emerald eyes and a tail that's long and slender, and into a temper she quickly flies. If you ever by chance offend her, I think we shall call her this, I think we shall call her that. Now, don't you think that Pepper Pot is a nice name for a cat? Dear kids, in this stanza, the poet tells us that this little tabby cat has emerald eyes, but she has a quick temper too. And hell temper is compared to the taste of pepper, so that the poet want to call the little cat name as Pepper Pot. What is the first cat name? Pepper Pot. Now we'll move on to the stanza 2. One is black with a frill of white, and her feet are all white fur. If you stroke her, she carries her tail upright and quickly begins to purr. I think we shall call her this. I think we shall call her that. Now, Don't you think that Sutkin is a nice name for a cat? So second cat name is Sutkin. Dear children, in this stanza, the poet tells us that these little cats all are black in color. She has only all white fur round her feet and her neck. So, soot is the substance which all is black. So, sooting is the most suitable name for this little cat. So, the poet wanted to call the little cat as Sootkin. What is that? Sootkin. Next, we'll see third stanza. One is tortoise shell, yellow and black, with plenty of white about him. If you tease him, at once he sets up his back. He quarrels someone, never doubt him. I think we shall call him this. I think we shall call him that. Now, don't you think that Scratchway is a nice name for a cat? Dear children, in this third stanza, the poet tells us about the color of the cat, that is yellow and black. But this little cat is quarrelsome one. It gets angry soon when anyone teases him and tries to scratch that person. So the poet wants to name the little cat as Scratchway. So third kitten name is Scratchway. So my dear kids, this is how that poet names three little kittens. The poet thought that kittens' name and cat's behavior. Now we'll see the three kittens' name. The three names given to the kittens by the poet are: first kitten, Pepper Pot. Because of its sharp temper, poet compares it to pepper. Number 2, Sootkin, as it is too black, similar to that of soot. Number 3, Scratchway, as this cat is quarrelsome and scratches people who tease him. Now we'll move on to the summary of the poem. Children, now we are going to learn about summary of the poem. Point number 1. In the poem, the poet is trying to think of names for his old cat's 3 kittens. Point number 2. While thinking of a suitable name for each one of them, he tries to keep their physical characteristics as well as their personality traits in mind. Yes, my dear children, the first kitten with dark colored marks on brown fur and a long thin tail should be named Pepper Pot. In this poet's opinion, and that's because she gets angry very quickly if you ever do something to upset her. This is the first kitten. Second kitten. The second kitten is black and white in color. The poet says that if you stroke her or pet her, she raises her tail upright and begins to purr, sound that cats make. So Sootkin, he thinks, would be a nice name for the second kitten. Second kitten name is Sootkin. Yeah, we'll move on to the third kitten. The third kitten has the colors of a tortoise shell. That is yellow, orange and brown with a plenty of white as well. This little kitten is very quarrelsome, ready to fight at all times, and he gets very angry if someone teases him. Keeping this in mind, the poet wants to name the third kitten Scratchway. So, what is the third kitten name? Scratchway. Children, I hope you all have understood the poem. What is the poem name? Choosing your names. What is the poet name? The name of the poet is Thomas Wood. Now let's recite the poem. Listen carefully to how it's being recited. Yeah, children, stanza 1. One is tabby with emerald eyes and a tail that's long and slender, and into a temper she quickly flies. If you ever by chance soften her, I think we shall call her this. I think we shall call her that. Now, don't you think that Pepper Pot is a nice name for a cat? Stanza 2. One is black with a frill of white, and her feet are all white fur. If you stroke her, she carries her tail upright and quickly begins to purr. I think we shall call her this. I think we shall call her that. Now, don't you think that Sootkin is a nice name for a cat? Stanza 3. One is tortoise shell, yellow and black, with plenty of white about him. If you tease him at once, he sets up his back. He is quarrelsome, never doubt him. I think we shall call him this. I think we shall call him that. Now, don't you think that Scratchaway is a nice name for a cat? Now, it's time to learn the meanings. Poem meanings. Number 1. Tabby. A cat having dark colored on grey or brown fur. Slender, long and thin, often make someone upset. Frill, a strip like a border. Tortoise shell, the hard shell of a turtle that is yellow and brown. Sets up his back, makes him angry. Never, never. I repeat the meanings. Tabby, a cat having dark colored marks on a grey or brown fur. Number 2, slender, long and thin. Third, often make someone upset. Number 4, frill, a strip like a border. Number 5, tortoise shell, the hard shell of a turtle that is yellow, orange and brown. The cat is of that color. Sets up his back, makes him angry. Never, never. These all are the meanings given in the poem. Children, now what is the poem name? Choosing their names. What is the poet name? Thomas Wood. This is the picture of Thomas Wood. Now we'll come to an homework. Today's homework. You have to read the poem, choosing their names, and the textbook meanings. Children, now we'll come to an end. Keep revising your visual sessions for better understanding. Keep record of all the notes provided to you with each lesson. Keep learning. Stay home. Stay safe. Bye bye, children. Thank you.